welcome back to Crafts with Julie, and today we're going to be making a set of earrings to match the bracelet that we made in the last video, if you guys remember that one. So stay tuned. Okay, I got one already kind of done here, guys, so we're going to try and see how this works out. We're using the same, the crystal cord, the stretchy crystal cord. I think that's what they call this. So to get started, we use our smallest pearl bead. Oh, if you can get your fingers to cooperate with you. And then we'll go with our spacer, or whatever you want to call this, our little flower. And then we'll do another of the pearl. And you don't have to go with any certain color. I think the hole on that side's messed up. Maybe not. It's probably just me. I almost dropped it all, guys. Okay. See how we have all those kind of lined up there? So now the really fun, tricky part is trying to get those spacer beads, or the crimp beads on. You know, those can be a absolute joy to try and get on. Don't crimp it though, not yet. I'm going ahead and get one on each end, on either side of your starting beads. Okay. We're going to kind of suck those up there pretty close. Okay, try to get the ends of your cord as even as you can. That way you get your beads centered as much as possible. And then going ahead and crimp the beads. Now the next part, you'll have to do just one side then the other. You can get those little beads to cooperate with you. Go ahead and keep it in your pliers and run it down the cord. And you want to go, it's probably about a quarter-inch or so there from your last one. And then we're going to get our rounded spacer beads, or whichever ones you choose to use, and slide that on and get another of our crimp beads. You know, on the bracelet, we kind of gave them space so they could kind of float around a little bit. You can't really do that with the earrings, or else they're not going to be up on the sides. They won't stay up. Okay, so once you get your cord, push through the crimp bead. Oh, don't lose your cord and have to restring it. Get it sucked up all the way tight to your bead there, and then crimp it. And then we'll go to the other side. Go ahead and get both our crimp beads up there. Whoop. Yeah. Okay. And I do apologize that some of these beads are kind of small, and my camera, trying to get it to hold it and focus it so that you guys can see. I try to keep it as close as I can so you guys can see what I'm doing. Now here, I think I did get the distance just a little bit off, but that's okay. That's not that big of a deal. You want to get it just as close as you can. Just kind of eyeball it, because these things, they're gonna flop around on you, and nobody's perfect. Yeah, and that's the whole joy of doing your own jewelry. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just if you like it, and that's all that matters. If you're happy with it, then that's all that matters. You just have fun making it. Okay, so now we have both the sides. We're going to do this little pattern between the pearls and our flower. We're going to do one more pattern, or one more section of those on either side. So we need to get some more of our crimp beads up here. Kind of separate some of them. I got a bunch of them out because I wasn't sure how many I was going to need and go through. Okay. Oh, and this is going to give me a little bit of grief. Oh, there we go. Okay, go ahead and keep hold of it again with your pliers. And you want to use about the same distance, roughly. Okay, so we got our pearl, our flower, and another pearl. And I went with the smallest pearls, just because they're going on the earrings. I didn't think we needed to do anything just really huge and bulky right now, since we're going to have these flowers and these little spacers here. I didn't want to go bulky. And that was another reason why I went ahead and I went with the crystal cord, because I tried it with the wire and it was just infuriating me. It kept kind of bending, the wire kept bending on me, and it was putting a weird crimp in it, and it just irritated me, to say the least. So I decided, nope, we're going to go with the crystal cord again, because I wanted it to be kind of lightweight as well. I didn't want to have heavy, bulky earrings. You want them to be comfortable when you're wearing them. There we go. Oop, oop, oop. And last pearl. Okay. And then one more crimp bead on this. Okay. And that's the first section. So now we're going to do the inner ring. And I went ahead and I cut both my cords about the same. They're both just a little over 6 inches long. Again, just because I wanted to make sure that I was going to have enough cord to work with, enough room. It's okay to have extra on the ends, because you're going to be trimming stuff off anyway. So you know you're going to have a little bit of waste, I guess, so to speak, on these. Okay, so again, we're just going to slip some crimp beads on, but we're not going to crimp it just yet. We're going to just get it on there on either side of our round spacer. That's going to be the middle point of our inner section here. Come on. get this thing to lay right so I can pick it up the way I want it to. Okay. So again, just to make sure you keep everything even, get both your ends as even as possible so that your beads center up nicely there in that middle there. And then go through and crimp. At least get one side done. That way, if you need to let go, you can let go of one end of your cord and then go through and crimp the other side. And that's our middle part. And let's see. We should only need, oh, I thought I had another one, just 4 more crimp beads to do this part. I'm going ahead and hold on to your crimp bead. And you want to use about the same distance as you did on the outside piece, about a 1/4 inch or so apart from your other one, roughly. Again, this is just kind of guessing. You don't have to be accurate. I don't know if the camera moved or not on that one, guys. My poor dog is having quite the conundrum right now for some reason. Okay. Yeah, and he ran underneath the table and bumped it, so I apologize for the jolting on the camera, if it even did anything, guys. Alright, get that up there, kind of suck that crimping bead right up next to that, and smash it. Okay. Now for the other side. Alright. We're almost there, guys. And this isn't even the difficult part. This part is a little tedious. The part that was getting me earlier is the next. You'll see the next step. And you'll probably see why it was really getting to me. Okay, slide it down. Kind of get your rough guesstimation of your distance there. And then just string on your stuff. Okay. And there we go. Okay. We should only need just 2 more of our crimp beads. So let's kind of get these over here out of the way. And we're going to put these little clasps on either end, just because the opening on these, oh, excuse me, guys, I don't know if y'all can see that or not. It does have kind of a tiny hole in it, and I couldn't get all 4 ends of the cord to go through there, so we're just going to do one on either end. I can get 2 through there just fine, and it's not, I say just fine. There is a little bit of a struggle, but every time I go to do something, there is always a little bit of a struggle with me. I have to try and keep that cord kind of tight and hold that still as possible so that I can get my inner cord weaved or pushed through. Now it's going to be longer through here. Okay. You'll want to get it kind of close to your end here. All right. Now that actually went pretty easy. When I was doing the first one, I was getting so frustrated because it didn't want to cooperate with me. And then trying to put these ends through the crimp bead, that was something else. Oh man. Okay. But this is how I ended up being able to do it. I got one of the crystal cord through my crimp bead, and so I had to use my pliers and kind of hold the other cord, and then I'm taking the crimp bead and I'm holding it against my finger, the pad of my finger. That way it kind of pushes that crimp bead up, and so it has room to work. And that made it about the easiest for me to do that. So then once you get both your cords through, get that bead all the way down inside your clamp right there. And I put my scissors off away from me. Cut those cords as close as you can, as close as you dare, because you don't want to have all that excess hanging out. Then close that up. Try to kind of even them because they're going to kind of try to separate and get all off-centered from each other. So you want to try and get those as close as you can. And then that's one end. Now to get your other side done. So we're going to do the inner one first, I think. We'll push that one through first. It's got a little bit more cord to work with. I kind of fold that over to kind of hold it a little tight. Get that position just right. Let's try doing this with the pliers and see if that helps make it a little easier to get that cord through there. Maybe not. I may not have this side tightened up enough. Okay, let's try that again. Are we through? Oh, well, I think I had it, then I think I pulled it right back out. Let's try it again. There we go. We are through, guys. All right, then cinch that up. All right. That wasn't so bad. All right, grab our other little crimp bead. Ooh. All right. There we go. Get that crimp bead to stay stationary just long enough to get that cord through there. There we go. Push that on down inside there. Make sure you got them pulled up as tight as you want them to. Okay, I think we got these cinched up pretty good. And get this to cooperate with me, because that cord keeps wanting to kind of slide back out the bottom a little bit. Okay. Oop, oop. And get that bead down in that clamp as low as possible and smash it. All right. Yeah. Then we'll take our scissors and cut that excess cord off. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I was trying to smush this together without cutting that excess cord off. I saw it dangling there, and I thought, oh, duh, we need to cut that off. Okay. Next part, the easy part. Take both your pliers and get you a silver jump ring and put both ends of your clamp on there. And where's my, there it is, my extra silver hook there. I couldn't find it. It was hiding with my other one. And then close it up. There we go. Oh, oh. They're not wanting to stay even. There we go. Sometimes you just have to kind of work with them a little bit if they're just offset a little. And there we have it. Matching earrings to go with our bracelet. Alright guys, so that did take a little bit of time to do them. And sometimes there are ones that you're going to do that it will take a little bit because you want to take your time. You don't want to rush it, because if you get into a hurry, then you start making mistakes and you get flustered and upset, and then you just stop altogether. So if you just take your time and just work through it, and you'll come out with some simple little lightweight earrings to kind of match a little bracelet that we made. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have any comments or questions, always just leave me something down below the video. If you have a suggestion for something you want to see me make in another video, just put that down below the video as well. And as always, you guys have an awesome day.